Hello friends, welcome to edupediaword.com. In this video, we'll be discussing assumed mean method for calculation of mean for a given data. Friends, in the previous video, we have discussed direct method. In this method, first of all, the concept of class marks was introduced, which was for a given interval, upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. That is, say for 10 to 25, it was 10 plus 25 divided by 2, which is 17.5. Then we multiplied class marks with the corresponding frequencies to get this column of products. We then summed up all the products as summation fi xi, and the mean was calculated by dividing this sum with the total frequency. The mean was coming out to be 54.5. Friends, if we concentrate on this column, that is this product column, we needed to multiply this frequency with the class marks. Now, class marks are always in increasing form as the class intervals are always increasing. So, with every row, the calculations were becoming little bit difficult. That is, for this row, we needed to multiply 92.5 by 8. Say for this row, we needed to multiply 62.5 by 16. So, to reduce the calculations, a new method known as assumed mean method is introduced. In this method, we assume a certain value A as the mean for the given data, and then we work upon the deviations of all the class marks by this value A or from this value A. Friends, we know that mean is summation fi xi over summation fi, that is sum of observations over total observations. Now, to simplify this calculation part, either we can improve upon fi or xi. Friends, fi are the frequencies for the given data. We cannot modify these frequencies, but we can work upon xi. How can we do so? Friends, if we assume, say, a value, say 50 as the mean of the given data, and then since we need to improve these class marks, reduce the calculations, we will form a different column and work upon the deviations of these class marks from this fixed value. Moreover, if we select the assumed mean as one of the values from this column of class marks, then we can further reduce the calculations. So say instead of 50, let us assume that the mean is 47.5. Friends, you can take any value, but it is more preferable to take the values which is in the middle of this column. Now, we have 6 total values, so we can either take 47.5 or 62.5. So here we are taking 47.5 as assumed mean, Now let us form another column of, say, deviations. These deviations are nothing but deviation of these class marks from the assumed mean, that is xi minus a. So for this column it will be 17.5 minus 47.5, which will be minus 30. For the next column it will be 32.5 minus 47.5, which will be minus of 15. Similarly, for this column it will be 47.5 minus 47.5. So 47.5 minus 47.5, so it will be 0. For this column it will be 62.5 minus 47.5, which will be 15. So if we work upon all the deviations, the next deviation will be 30 and the other deviation will be 45. So now we have somewhat reduced the values of class marks by forming a different column of deviations. See, here the upper value was 92.5 and here the maximum value is 45. Now let us make another column of product of this Fi and Di, that is deviations with frequency. On multiplying minus 30 by 10, we will get minus 300. On multiplying 8 by minus 15, we will get minus of 120. And here we will get 0. On multiplying 16 with 15, we will get 240. 8 multiplied by 30 will again be 240, and 8 multiplied by 45 will be 360. So now we have some values as the products. Let us sum up these values. That is, we have minus of 300 and minus of 120. On adding up it will be minus 420, and we have 0, and then we have positive values as 6, 4, 10 and 4, 14 and 3 to 6 to 8. That is, the sum of negative values are minus 300 plus minus 120, that is minus 420, and for positive values we have 6 for 10 for 14 and 3 to 5 to 7 and 1 of carry, that is 8 of positive. So we have the sum as 420 of positive. So a simplified and well tabulated figure is shown. Here we have calculated the deviations, the product of deviations and the sum. Now friends, since mean is summation fi xi over summation fi, that is sum of observations over total observations, or the observations, the class marks multiplied by frequency over total frequency. Now here we have fi di and fi. If we divide summation fi di by summation fi, then it will be sum of deviations divided by total frequency. So if sum of observation divided by total observation or total frequency is mean of observations, then sum of deviations divided by total frequency will be mean deviation. But our motive was to calculate mean of observations and not mean deviation. So let us work upon some formula to calculate mean. Friends, what was DI? DI was xi minus a, that is deviation was individual class marks minus assumed mean. So we can substitute here that D is summation Fi and xi minus a over summation Fi. Now friends, what is this term? This is product of frequency, say frequency 1 with this deviation plus frequency 2 with this deviation plus frequency 3 and so on. Clearly we can say that it is f1x1 minus f1a plus f2x2 minus f2a plus f3x3 minus f3a and so on. So all in all, we can say that it is, if we look upon the observation, we have summation fi xi, where I belongs to 1 to n, minus a is common for all, that is a into summation fi. So this deviation, this mean deviation is summation fi xi minus assumed mean into summation fi over summation fi. So we have, if we break this LCM, minus a summation fi over summation fi. Now this summation will get cancelled by this summation because both are same in numerator and denominator. So we have D as summation fi xi over summation fi minus a. Friends, what is this? This is mean, that is sum of observations over total observations or total frequency. So we have D as mean minus assumed mean, or we can say that mean is D bar plus a, that is mean is mean deviation or mean of deviation plus assumed mean. So now let us go back to our question. In this question, since we need to calculate mean x bar and we have derived the formula that it is mean deviation plus assumed mean. Now mean deviation is summation fi di, that is 420, over summation fi, that is 60, plus assumed mean, which in our case is 47.5. So mean for the given data is 7 plus 47.5, which is 54.5. So friends, this was the assumed mean method to calculate the mean for given data. If we compare this calculated mean with the mean calculated by direct method, both are same. That is, both are giving the same values. So let us rewind what we have done so far in assumed mean method. First of all, instead of directly multiplying this frequency column by this class marks column, to simplify the calculations, we calculated deviation of class marks from an assumed value A, which was in our case 47.5. We can assume any value, friends, among this column, or we can also assume any other value, say 10, 20, 30, 40, depending upon our convenience. So we have here assumed the value as 47.5 to be the assumed mean. Then we calculated deviations of the class marks from this assumed mean. Then we made the product of frequency with these deviations in this column. Then we derived a formula on how the mean deviations are related to the mean of the given observations, and the formula was coming out to be mean of observation is equal to mean deviations plus assumed mean. So by this formula we calculated the mean as 420 divided by 60 plus 47.5, and the mean was calculated to be 54.5. So by assumed mean, the mean can be calculated as summation fi di over summation fi plus a, where a is assumed mean and di are deviations of class marks from the assumed mean. So friends, that is all on assumed mean method. Thanks friends for watching this video.